you're just now joining us here, you're watching the Nimitz Cougars take on the Eisenhower Eagles. Right now, it's an even ball game, 8-8. Right on key there for Nimitz. That's Anaya Richard Holmes, 4-2. Eagles try to get it across court, but they'll have a travel at half court there to bring them back. So there'll be a turnover here for the Eagles with the Cougar advantage. A bounce pass tonight, but it's stolen right out of her hands here. Bounce and dribble. And Eagles will go to the line and shoot for two here. First quarter, 2:20 on the clock here. Two to shoot here at the line. That's Rihanna Tates. And we'll have a quick substitution as Whitfield checks into the ball game. So she'll go 2 for 2 at the line. That's Tates. And a dribble by the Cougars, trying to get some offense running. That's Williams. She'll swing it over to Jamila. Jamila pass here beyond the arc from the corner. And it's clear as day there for Anaya Richard Holmes. And a three-point advantage here for the Cougars. Eagles working to get past that half court with the full court pressure. Outside, they find Tates. Tates short, just a little bit shot here. Cougars trying to keep the fast pace running. From the key, that's Chloe Williams. Rebounded out there by Tates. Tates going on a fast break here, tries to go around just behind the backboard, but that cleanup lead picking it up here, and we'll have a timeout called by the Cougs. It'll be 13-12. We'll take a timeout with it. And we're back here, still first quarter action. 1:20 here left in the first quarter. Cougars leading it right now by 1. That's Williams. She'll try to dish it inside, met by immediate Eagle pressure. That's Hutchison. She gets her own rebound, tries to take it back up. Just a little shot rim. It's been unforgiving, but they'll dish it out. Anaya sent by block, but they'll call it contact instead. And they're going to call that foul there on Anderson. So Richard Holmes will shoot for 2 here. And the first is good. Quick substitution here for the Eagles. Anderson checks in for Wright. So Richard Holmes will go 2 for 2. 3-point advantage. Full court pressures Cougars getting it right back here after a steal, but it's stolen right back by Wright. And now Eagles get back in motion. Robinson, she'll go right. Looking for the block, takes the bounce pass, but that pass is interjected. Eagles still come out with it. It's a bounce pass inside to Whitfield. Whitfield bouncing turn. Whitfield good for a big basket. 20 seconds remaining. Cougars still going with the momentum. She'll swing it over to Jamila, and it's good. That takes them to 18 after a three-point advantage there, 18 to 14. Right now, Eisenhower feeling the full court pressure, but a too far pass will do it, and that'll end first quarter action, 18 to 14. We'll take a quick break and be back for more girls basketball. And we're here for second quarter, 8 minutes on the clock. 18-14 Cougars if you're just now tuning in with us. And outbound already as the Eagles try to work against this Coug pressure, but right away it's stolen by Wright. Switched over to Holmes. Holmes good for a bucket. So right out of the quarter, Cougars keeping the pressure. Eagles can't seem to find their footing. Pass goes right outbound. This Eagles team, they're 1-3, 7th in this district. So they're looking for a win here. Their last game was a loss to Elsik. Trying to claim a win here and be competitive. But right now the Cougars, they're all over it here. Right out for the bucket there, that's Chloe Williams. Nimitz, they come in 3-1 in district, currently holding that second place spot. Overall, they're 14-8. That last game was a loss there versus Jacksonville. So they're looking to redeem themselves in their season here. And a nice turnaround bucket there for Steptoe. And a loose ball, but last touch by the Eagles goes outbound. So now Cougars back in possession. So a baseline inbound to come. It's Cougars ball. They'll find the corner. It's Williams with a block. Too strong of a shot there. But Cougars still in possession. They'll reset. Williams off the glass. But last touched by Cougars, so now it's Eagles possession here. They'll have a quick substitution as Reed will check into the ball game. As Anaya will come and take a seat here. Baseline inbound, Cougars keeping a full court press. Eagles able to survive it. They get past that half court range. Navigated there by Robinson. Robinson Send it over to Tate. Tate swings it back. That's Johnson. Johnson, she's met by double pressure. Splitting right down the lane. That was Tate's, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. Great effort there. And it's going to be Eagles possession still. Off the glass, just a little too hard. Steptoe will take the line here, but that was Hutchison on the contact. First is no good. So no shots falling for the Eagles. Williams somehow comes out with the possession. Down the court, that was Thomas all by herself. And it's a quick 1-2 for the Cougars. It's a loose ball. Fight for it as it last touch there by the Eagles. Oh, they're really last touch by the Cougars. So now it's going to be Eagles ball here. They wait for the inbounds. Steptoe finds lane all by herself, but just falls a little too short at the rim. Cougars come out with it. It's a light bounce pass to Williams, and Williams, quick 1-2. Cougars keeping the full court pressure, really packing it on here. 5:45 on the clock. Robinson trying to find her way out of this lock of guard and defense you're seeing. She's able to draw the contact there from Hutchison. So Hutchison draws another foul. It's a light inbound to Tate's. And getting wrapped in it, that was Thomas. So Thomas now draws the foul for the Cougars. So back-up-to-back fouls here. It's kind of energy you kind of carry when you have that full court press and players just being very engaged. Tipped out bounds, so still Eagles ball here. But Cougars not letting anything slide here on all cylinders. Send it over to Tate. Tate creates some space around the room, but just behind the backboard there. Hutchison takes the dribble. She takes it for herself down the lane, rolls right off of the rim, gets her own rebound, draws the contact. That foul's going to be called on Whitfield. And now Hutchison will go to the line and shoot for two. Hutchison misses the first. You see the Cougars kind of draw back here. So Hutchison misses both. Cougs die down on the full court pressure. Ball goes right into the hands of the Cougars. That's Hubbard, but Hubbard just can't get it down. Pass over to Tate's. Tate's looking for a resolution. She finds Lee. Lee takes it to the right side off the glass. It's a high ball there, but just can't get it up. It's a long pass forward for Thomas, but just short on the layup. And a pivot there for the Eagles, but they're fine. Robinson over to Lee. Lee tries it again from the right side. Stopped and pivot and let the shots fall. And that's a big bucket for the Eagles. To the corner, Thomas beyond the arc, rolling off of the rim. Taking all shot selections here. Rebound by Hubbard. Williams. So take the draw back. 4:15 on the clock here in the first half remaining. It's over to Hubbard. Hubbard beyond the arc, just a little too short, but Hutchinson is there to clean it up. But she falls short, met by pressure of Lee. Lee forward pass out to Tate. But Tate gets the last contact of it going outbound. So it'll be a turnover here for the Eagles. Just under 4 minutes here. Cougars trying to get some play called running, but a hard pass sends it outbound. And now Eagles get the turnover that they look for here. A long forward pass. Robinson somehow comes out with it. She has one to beat, pushes it off, throws it off the glass here. And a backwards bounce pass out to Tate. She finds it. That's Lee. Lee working her way around the arc. Great hustle and great mentality. And now she has the opportunity to make this a 3-point play. So a 3-point play for the Eagles, and now it's a 5-point margin. Cougars trying to keep the momentum, but the Eagles really putting the closing to it, staying competitive, but right on cue, that's Hutchinson with the turnaround bucket. Picks up the dribble there at the half court. That's Anderson. They'll call her for travel to send things in the opposite. We'll have a quick substitution for the Cougars as Walpole checks in. Just 3 minutes remaining here, second quarter. They'll dish it inside there to Walpole, but some way, somehow, Eagles come out with it. Robinson retreats, takes her time here. After for the screen, she'll grab it. It's a high screen. Out to Tate from the arc. They'll dish it in to Step Toe. Step Toe creating space, but it's off the glass. And now Walpole comes out with it. Now Williams. She dishes it out to the corner. Off the rim. Rebounded by the Eagles. Last touch by the Cougars, so Eagles remain in possession here. Cougars go back to this full court pressure. And that pass intercepted there by Williams. Trying to find an inbound, but 5 seconds too long. And now we have a turnover here on the baseline in favor of the Cougars. This is out to the corner, out to Thomas. Thomas missing everything there. Eagles with the forward pass. Tates can't get to it fast enough. (28-21), 2:17 on the clock. Cougars inbound to come here. So Eagles will await their arrival. Trying to stay competitive. Bounce pass it out to Williams. Williams takes the shot just light there. Eagles all over that one. Tries to take the pivot, but it'll be a travel after picking it up here. So quick substitutions as Henderson checks in for the Cougars along with teammate Richard Holmes. Anaya there, taking her time. So switch it over. Beyond the arc. That's a little too short there. She's met by Tates. Tates on a fast break on the right side. Rolling right off of the rim. Can't get to it. Cougars still in possession here. Anaya, she'll swing it over. And contact met by Anderson. Sitting Hutchinson flying there. So it'll be a baseline inbound to come. Tries to bounce it in. But they'll rule that one off of the Cougars. So now it's going to be an Eagles possession as Johnson checks in for the Eagles. Kuzma would draw the full court press. Robinson taking her time here, a minute 15 on the clock. Eagles trying to figure out how they can get another basket on the board. Tries to dish it into Steptoe. Steptoe looking for an outlet. Tates beyond the arc. Just not quite getting the rebound off the glass. But Cougars snag it. It's a forward pass intended for Walpole. Walpole good for two. Takes him to 30, just under a minute. Robinson. Favor the right side here. She'll quickly find Lee. Lee met by a little contact. Ball bounces right off the rim, out bounds. But it's still Eagles possession. Baseline inbound. And more than 5 seconds, so it'll be a turnover. And a turnover here send things in the Cougars' direction as Anaya tries to get us going here. 35 seconds remaining. Quick ball movement. Holmes splits in the lane, but just too much power. Lee moving with some speed here. She'll take it as high off the glass, but it's good enough. 4-2 in just 15 seconds here. One more effort here from the Cougars. They'll dish it inside. Out from the outside, that's Thomas, but off the rim. Just 3 seconds, a loose ball here. And that'll do it here for first half action. 30-23, Cougars still lead. We'll take a break for halftime and we'll be back for a second half of basketball. welcome you back here in the matchup for the Nimitz Cougars taking on the Eisenhower Eagles. This first half went to the Cougars 30 to 23. These Cougars will start us off here in the second half, but Eagles met with some great defensive pressure under the basket. Shots roll off the rim. The Eagles come out with the possession. That's Robinson. Robinson picks up a dribble. She looks for an outlet, finds lead. Lead to step toe at the basket. She draws the contact. They'll call this on Cole. Cole will go to the line and shoot for two here at the beginning of the second half. First, no good. So neither shot falls for the Eagles. It's Williams on the outside. She tries to find Thompson, throws it back to her. Pass and go situation. And Cougars on board here first in the second half. Dribble over to Tate. And it's a block there by Cole. Look, they're going to call the foul on Cole there. Thought it was all ball, but they're going to rule it contact here. So Tate will take the shot. First shot, no good. So shots not falling here for the Eagles. Cougars come out with the rebound. Williams tries to take it off, but it rolls right off the rim. Williams dishes it over to Thomas. Off the rim. Still a Cougar rebound cleaned up by Cole. She's good for two. 34-23. We'll have a timeout here. 6:47 on the clock. We'll take a break with them. Be back shortly. Back in action here. It's going to be an Eagle inbound to come. No full court pressure from the Cougars at this phase of the game. So they take their time here. Thomas getting in, but a fight for the possession here for the Cougars. And Cougars come out with the steal. It switches over to Hubbard. But Hubbard, they lose the ball. Anderson comes out with it for the Eagles. She'll draw back, send it forward to Tate. Tate from the right side. Just a float over, but too high. And as it rolls outbound, last touched by the Eagles. So Cougars all over that one. Dip out by Williams, but the Eagles come out with it. It's a forward pass out to Anderson. Lee, just too high of a shot there, but Walpole comes out to secure the rebound for the Cougars. They'll dish it out to Williams. Williams, quick pass in to Cole, and quick ball movement works in this Cougars team's favor as the Eagles try to work against the rhythm here. Light bounce pass over. That's Robinson. She'll find Robinson here. Robinson hesitates, but just too much power on it will send things outbound in favor of the Cougars. So Cougars still in motion here. Under 5 minutes here in the third quarter. They'll swing the ball out to Hubbard. Hubbard takes it, tries to split it, but she's met by a block of Lee. Now Tate's, she'll pick up a dribble, send it to Anderson. Anderson to step toe. Step toe out to Robinson. Robinson tries to take her time. Lee with the bounce and spin. Step toe, fade away, not quite, but she's able to draw some contact from Hubbard, so they'll call Hubbard for a foul here and send Step toe to the line. Bounce off the rim for Step toe, as we'll have a substitution for the Cougars. Hutchison checks in. Step toe, rebound out by Cole. Cougars all over this one. It's in the hands of Hutchison. Hutchison takes a dribble, met, no contestation, but off the rim it goes. Eagles come out with it. And that contact, I mean, had her hands wrapped around. That was Cole. So I'm almost positive we're going to have some substitutions. And the first shot, no good. We'll have a double substitution for the Cougars to come. As Reed and Walpole checked into the ball game. Off the rim, but not quite. Now Hubbard trying to maintain her dribble here. She'll find Williams. Williams out to the corner of Reed. Reed from beyond the arc. Missing everything. Walpole is all over that one. Going up with the contact. So Walpole will shoot for two here. 3:48 on the clock. First shot, no good. Triple substitution here. Second shot is good, so she'll go 1 for 2 at the line. 37-23. 3:48 on clock. It's Eagles possession. She'll swing it over to Tates. Tates to right, but right pass is intercepted there by Hutchison, and Hubbard takes it up there. So Cougars going on a bit of a run here. Eagles got to get a basket to stop the momentum. They'll dish it inside there. And a foul there. They were called that foul on 15. That's Jamira Reed. And that will send the Eagles to the line here. First shot is short. Second shot is good. So Eagles grab a point there. The Cougars try to keep this offense running. Sends it over to Hubbard. Stuck in the middle. They'll swing it wall pull to Hubbard beyond the arc. Rolling right off the rim. Eagles find the possession. Swing it over to Walpole. Fast ball movement for the Cougars, what they specialize in. And Hutchison, the fake pass. Takes the basket for herself there. Now Eagles trying to give a response here, 2:30 on clock. Inbound pass to Whitfield. Whitfield tries to fight forward, sends it to right. Tate's in the corner. Tate tries to swing it up. If she catches some contact, they'll call Williams. So Tate will go to the line here to shoot for two. First shot is good. So Tate will go 2 for 2 here for the Eagles. Exactly what they needed. 2:10 on clock. Cougars takes their time here. And they'll have a turnover here. So now, Eagles back in possession. Pass interjected there by Walpole. Walpole coming up from the post. Dish it over. It's in the hands of right. Looking for an outlet. She picks up her dribble. Tries to blind bounce pass it over. And now it's in the hands of Anderson. Back to right. Right, trying to work away, but she's trying to maintain the dribble. That's the last touch by the Cougars. So now Eagles still inbound to come. Right, trying to figure out a way in. So a push off the ball here by Williams will send Whitfield to the line. So to shoot for one more, substitutions here for the Eagles. Whitfield. So Whitfield misses both off the rim. Last touch by the Cougars, so Eagles will remain in possession here. It's a minute 21 on the clock here in third quarter action. Some substitutions on the Eagles side. Bring in back those starters. Anderson, she'll find Lee, and Lee sneaks in a bucket there. Williams trying to maintain the dribble. She just passes it over across the field to Reed off the rim there. Lee comes out with it. She's able to find Walpole. Walpole met by Steptoe. Walpole's still up there. It's all ball action there. Last touch by the Eagles, so Cougars will remain in possession here. Dish it in under a minute now. It's a loose ball. Cougars still out with it. Rolls outbound, but still Cougar ball. Dishes it in. That's Hutchinson. Williams still comes out with the rebound. It's a straight up action. Williams is able to draw the contact. So Williams will shoot for two. First, no good. So first, second is good. She'll go 1 for 2 at the line. Take this team to 42. 42 seconds on the clock here. Eagles trying to get some baskets running. Right after the loose ball, switches over to Anderson. Lee, she tries to take the spin move. This time just a little bit too short. It's in the hands of Hubbard. Forward pass out to Reed. Reed off the rim. Fast play action here for the Cougars. 17 seconds on the clock. Eagles trying to get a basket on board here to close out quarter three. Sends it over to Wright. Wright beyond the arc. Missing everything here. It's in the hands of the Cougars. It's 1 second on the clock, but just a little too short. But that will do it for third quarter action. 44-28. Cougars still lead. Take a break. Be back for fourth quarter action. So we're back here for fourth quarter action. Right now, Cougars leading it all 44-28 as the Eagles try to get some offense running. We saw just an outstanding effort from them in the first half. That's Tate's right out of the quarter to start this Eagle team right. They're down 14. It's definitely going to be an outstanding effort they're going to have to put against this Cougars team, but this Cougars team, they've looked well. High ball movement, but a loose ball still in favor. Williams is on top of that one, and Williams with the response. So no full court pressure. We saw that a lot in first half from the Cougars. Really just applying, and the Eagles kind of maintained well in that space. It's a high pass and a loose ball. Step toe, getting a foot on it. And they'll rule this turnover for the Cougars. It's over. Nice effort there by Cole. call just off the pivot here. Robinson tries to swing it over to step toe. But Walpole read that play from the beginning. So we'll have an inbound to come. It's out to Lee. Lee picks up a dribble, is out. Tates, they'll switch it. Switch it over to Anderson. Anderson beyond the arc. It's a little too hard. Step toe back to Robinson. Switch it over. Anderson getting contact that time. Anderson still coming out with it. Well, they'll rule that last tip by the Eagles, so Cougars will gain the possession here. Cougars taking the time. They'll use the post as the pass and rotate over to Hubbard. But they'll call some contact here. So they're going to call the foul on Lee here. So Hubbard will go to the line and shoot for 2. First is short. She'll go 1 for 2 at the line here. Extend their lead to 19. Eagles got to get something rolling here. Tate's beyond the arc. It's a little too short there. Step toe comes out with it in possession. Tries to pivot. But they'll rule a timeout. Still in Eagles possession. So we'll take a timeout with them and we'll be back for more basketball. And we are back, fourth quarter, 5:55 on clock. It's an Eagle inbound. Cougars still keeping the defensive pressure. Beyond the arc, step toe comes up. Should retreat over, they'll try to switch it. Thomas all over that one. She's on a fast break, wannabe. High ball, grabs the contact. So they ruled the foul on Anderson. So Thomas will go to the line and shoot for 2. First, no good. So basket is good. Eagles trying to bring the pressure. Swings it out to Anderson, tries to find Lee. Robinson's able to keep it in play. But just not quite. And it's over, swings it out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson shot just a little too short. Bounce past it up forward to Robinson. Robinson tries to go off the glass, but shot's just a little too hard there as we meet the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. It's a pass inbounds to Williams. Williams still find Thomas on the outside. Thomas off the rim, snagged out the air by Anderson. It's Eagles possession. So draw back to Steptoe. Steptoe finds Robinson. Switch it over to Tates. To Anderson inside to Steptoe. Steptoe's good for two. It's an and one situation. Opportunity to make it for three. As we'll have some substitutions for the Cougars. Three-point play there for Steptoe. Exactly what this Eagle team needed. 4:25 on the clock. Cougars trying to run the offense. It's an uncontested shot by Hutchinson. Steptoe comes out with the rebound. It's in the hand of Robinson. Robinson will find Tates. Picks up a dribble, sends it over to Tates. Dishes it inside to Lee. Lee off the glass, she gets her own rebound. It's an high ball, but she draws the contact. That'll be on Hutchinson. So now Lee will go to the line here to shoot for two. First is good. So second shot doesn't fall. Walpole comes out with it. She'll take it for herself here, it looks like. Tries to go for it off the glass. It's a high ball. They'll rule a travel there by Hutchinson's efforts. So it'll be a turnover for the Cougars. Eagles take it running. That's Tates. Robinson, she's met by Hubbard. Finds Tate. They'll swing it over to Anderson. Anderson inside to Steptoe. Steptoe met by some Cougar pressure. But they'll rule it to be Cougars, no, exactly Eagles ball. As a quick substitution will bring in Cole for the Cougars. Inside to Lee. Lee off the rim. Rose run out and gets her own rebound. It's an eye ball off the glass, but Cougars come out with it into the hands of Williams. Forward to Cole. Cole met by Lee. And it's an and one situation. Three-point play for the Cougars. 53-34, 3:13 on the clock. Eagles trying to get beyond the arc here. Pass almost touched there by Henderson. Outbound, it'll be Eagles possession still. Looks like Cougars' job, keep the Eagles out the arc. That's Anderson. No help from the rim will send things outbound, but it's still Eagles possession. High ball, not quite. Shots were off the rebound. They're going to rule a foul here. they're going to call that on the Eagles here. So now it's going to be Cougars possession, 2:35 on the clock in the hands of Williams. Williams finds Cole. Cole just a little too hard of an effort. Eagles possession. Tates, she'll dish it inside to Lee. Lee finds step toe. Step toe, quick release. Contact by Walpole. First shot falls for step toe. Second shot no good. There will still rule a foul there from a push on Walpole. Pushing her back there. And a quick shot. Robinson. Step toe still at it. Anderson. Eagles fight for the rebound. It's a forward pass to Walpole. Walpole is met by Lee. She'll take the hesitation. Big bucket for Walpole. Minute 50 on clock. And a timeout called by the Eagles will do it. Minute 47 on the clock. We'll take a break with them. Be back shortly. Just a minute 46 on clock right now. It's all Cougars 55-35. Eagles in possession. And a push there. We'll have a foul on Henderson. And it'll be an inbound here. Inbound for the Eagles. Anderson sends it out to step toe. Robinson tries to drop back, finds the bounce pass to step toe. Back to Robinson. So switch the court. It's over to Tates. Tates. No solution. Henderson all over that one. And immediate pressure. It's in the hands of Reed. Henderson's all over it. Tries to dish it inside, but somehow the Eagles come out with it. Lee trying to go on a fast break here. Just 55 seconds on clock. Step toe. One to beat. She's met by contact of Cole. And they're going to call the foul there on Anderson. That foul will put them in the bonus and send the Cougars to the line here. As that will be a foul out situation for Anderson. So now the Eagles lose Anderson here with just 49 seconds on the clock here. It's Reed. She's good for the first. Second shot no good. It's off the rebound, but somehow Eagles come out with the possession. There's 42 seconds remaining here. It's a bounce pass over. Hard pass. Shot attempt for the Eagles. 30 seconds on clock. Now it's Eagles possession. Cougars possession. It's in the hands of Henderson. Henderson, shot blocked by Lee. Still going to be Cougars ball. Just 12 seconds. It's in the hands of Hubbard. Hubbard splits the lane. Big bucket for Hubbard. Takes him to 60. Just 1 second and a long shot there. But that will do it here. 60-37 Cougars defeat the Eisenhower Eagles here this evening for girls basketball. That's all we have for you here tonight. Enjoy the rest of your day.